Okay, since Elena and Sally have done a lot of chanting, okay, basically what have you chant? It would be available, in this chapter, all right. Well, this is more about the Bodhisattva. I think for Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, even though you stays in Theravada, you might not be very familiar with it by just solely staying in Theravada Buddhism, okay. But actually in Burmese, in Myanmar Buddhism, the Bodhisattva path is available actually. But they are not, they are not common and popular. For Theravada Buddhism, okay. But actually, some scholar maybe they try to suggest that a bodhisattva is practicable. For the Theravada devotee, all right. So there's a few things. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay. Okay. Okay, in stage 1, okay, section 1, defining the greatness of this vehicle based on unexcelled practice. We got part 1, which is the vow and determination to practice this path. Life lies in the cultivation of the Bodhi mind. Okay, so class meaning to say that Bodhi mind is the key words. Can you please highlight how the Bodhi mind? So stage 1 is about the vow to develop the Bodhi mind. All right. So from stage 1, we'll see that elucidating the different ways one arouses the mind to enter the great vehicle. So meaning to say that what makes one people to vow become Buddha. So they try to talk about this. So the vow is very important. So it begins with the vow and begin with the reason. Anybody can give me an example that, is there any organization which is quite famous and and always encouraging for being Buddhahood? Any organization, you can name it? No.
Guanyintang.
Yes, it's about this. They call it as engaged Buddhism, am I right? Sometimes they say engaged Buddhism and from human turns to be Buddhahood, right? I think we still don't get the point. How about Tzu? Have you ever heard about that? The member of Tzu aim for being Buddhahood. Have you ever heard about that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it seems Mr. Leong quite well exposed. Elena said they don't know much about this. Okay, so basically, I think Mr. Leong, you are right. The perception regarding the engaged Buddhism, from engaged Buddhism and from human for Buddhahood is, this is not the vision from the founder of Fo Guangsan and Tzu. Basically, both of them are enlightened by the author of this book. But of course, this author, the author Yin Shun, Venerable Yin Shun, enlightened by his master, Tai Xu Da Shi. That is the key point actually. They try to enlighten to each other. Okay, why this figure is so important? We have to mention. Let's take a look. See. Yes, he's the one. Let's take a look. He's the one. Tai Xu Da Shi. Okay, I think I have already I have introduced him to you all. Yes, I do introduce him. Well, the reason is why it is necessary is he's the one who enlightened Yin Shun Dao Shi, and then the ideas start to spread out. Basically, before Tai Xu Da Shi, what happened in China mainly on chanting Buddhism only. Okay, they talk about Buddhism, but basically they all do the chanting, more chant for the Western Pure Land, and then they will aim for do more Fa Hui, and that is the Buddhism, the Buddhahood we see at the time of the Tai Xu Da Shi. It's about, I think, 1900 something. It's about that time. Okay, so Tai Xu Da Shi is educated. Okay, so he start to go to the Tripitaka, and he noticed that Buddhism could be something different. So it makes what we see the Buddhism in Malaysia so different from China. I mean, 100 years ago. It's due to the revolution within the Buddhism. Okay, especially engaged Buddhism, it really inspire the society that, and also tell the society that we are with them, we serve them, and we try to accomplish the Buddhahood through the human and try to helping people. So that's why Tzu now is famous. They are all famous is due to this perception. Okay, we'll go through all this perception. All right. Then besides this, let's take a look on. Okay, so number one is about the mind under the great vehicle. Second is the attainment of the goal Buddhahood. The third is the virtue and merit to gain to the body mind. So it seems the body mind is the key point, keyword here. And then outline of what it means to apply body mind, the three minds of vehicle. Class, could you please tell me which one vehicle emphasized a lot in body mind, as you know? Yes, Elena, which vehicle you mostly heard about? Body mind? Never heard about. How about Sally? Never mind, you just bet for it. I know Toto and Magnum has been prohibited for operating, but there's no harm for you. Just bet either yes or no. You won't lose any money. We need a bet also. Yeah, Sally, which one vehicle? No need to look for the books. It's either you know or don't know, only that's all. You don't know. Yes, again from Mr. Liao. Which one? Yana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, Theravada is more common mentioning the body mind. On the mic, please.
It's Theravada.
Again, you were frozen just now. What?
Theravada.
Theravada, no, it's supposed to be Vajrayana. Basically, Vajrayana, if you talk about, if you communicate to Vajrayana and Mahayana, I mean, Buddhahood is so common in their perception, even though anti, okay, for those they are uneducated, they chant for Amitabha, but for Buddhahood, they will know that, oh, this is for Buddhahood, they will know that. Of course, I mean, if you really go to look for the details, maybe they can't answer you. Okay. Then next, let's take a look. Its application for this. The second is elucidating the righteous practice of the body mind. Okay. Then take a look. Number 5, section 1. Define the greatness of this vehicle based on its unexcelled practice. Part 2. Distinguishing the stages of practice, the 6 paramit and the 4 all-embracing virtue. Class, this is the most important part here. It's a 6 paramit. 6 paramit is so important for the whole chapter. Okay, so we got 6 paramit. I think you all heard about 6 paramit. Which one paramit you think will be mostly emphasized here? I mean, it will take quite a. It will take quite a long pages for this paramit. You think which one is it? Elena? Also don't know. You mean to say you maybe for loss already lah. How about Sally? Which one paramit you think will be mostly emphasized here? There are totally 6 paramit. Okay, maybe you could you please tell me that 6 paramit is what is the name of Elena? Just try to tell me wherever you know. Elena, Sally, 6 paramit, which 6 are there? You do a lot of chanting, right? Never mind, just mention Mandarin, doesn't matter.
What do you call pyramids in Mandarin?
Oh, 波罗蜜啊，6度波罗蜜啊。
六度波罗蜜。
六度波罗蜜。The Bodhisattva basically they will do the 6度波罗蜜 for accomplishment of the Buddhism. Remember?
Compassion.
Yes. Compassion. No compassion.
No, it is called the 6 perfections in Mahayana.
Perfectioners. But here they use paramit. Okay, yes. Remember, number one is the sila paramid. Okay, number one is the dana. Remember, giving the paramid, the perfection. Number one. Second is about the precept. All right. Third is about the vigorous. Fourth is about the patience. Okay. Then the samadhi. Finally is the wisdom. Okay. So I tell you all six already. So which part you think it will take the longest pages in our book? Try to bet for it. Elena, which one you think is most important for Buddhahood?
Sifu, can you repeat again the six?
Sally, you want to answer?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, all right. Yeah, Mr. Leong. Which one you choose among the six? No need to look for the
I think there are two. I don't know lah. It's either morality or wisdom lah.
Okay, yes. How about Mr. Leong? 六個邊一個比較多啲啊？傾到喺呢度啊？
智慧。
智慧okay. You all get it right already. Well, basically about I think maybe 1/3 lah. 1/3 of this chapter, about 1/3 to 2/3 lah, is all regarding the wisdom pyramid. So this will be the big portion of this. So class, basically, do you remember that in the previous vehicle, I mean the 3 vehicle, 8 noble path, which one are mostly emphasized? Can you tell me? 8 noble path, which one are mostly emphasized?
Wisdom, panya.
How about the rest? How about Elena? You think which one are mostly emphasized?
Wisdom.
Yeah, this will be correct. So class, meaning to say that after the class, you should try to do a little bit comparison, because you study okay. So you should try to think what is the difference between the wisdom in the Arahant and the Buddha. You have to really go through it by yourself. Have to check for it by yourself. Have to really think for it. Why wisdom are so emphasized, but not either samadhi or the morality. Okay. Well, basically, it's not morality. The reason is morality is so common. Morality is not unique for Buddhism because for the yogaism, for the Taoism, even I think for Christian, Muslim, all got the morality, and we share quite a similarity in the morality. So the wisdom is the unique part. So it will be tremendously elaborated here. So you get the point. So let's continue. So we got an overview of the 6 paramid and the 4 all-embracing virtue. So the four embracing virtue, meaning to say that if you want to help people, you must possess the 4 embracing virtue. All right. Maybe you don't know. I think the terminology is not that well. All right. So just make a question as for yourself. Okay. We'll go through it later on. Right? Now let's take a look. The stage of the progress. All right. Okay. Detailed explanation of the element of this practice. Yes. It's about the grade of the body path and the stages of the progress. All right. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, then we go to the number 1, 2, 3. It's about the chapter 5. Okay, it's about the Dharmakaya. Okay, one more question, class. Is Western Pure Land and the Eastern Pure Land mentioned before today's class? Is it mentioned before? No, right? Western Pure Land, Eastern Pure Land, but it is going to be mentioned in the 6th paramid. You think which one paramid they're going to mention? Western Pure Land and Eastern Pure Land? Let me try to repeat. Dana, okay. Sila, okay. Then Sila, vigorous, okay. Patience, okay. Then Sila, Samadhi, Samadhi, Panya. You think which one paramid the author will put? We put the item of Western and Eastern Pure Land. Sally, you guess which one?
To be panya.
Panya probably. All right. Sorry, just wrong. Okay, Elena. Yes.
Concentration.
Sorry, wrong again. Yes.
Wisdom, Lord.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Leong, your turn. Which one paramid you think? On the mic, please.
Sorry, samadhi. Samadhi.
You are wrong again. Oh, yes. Mr. Leong, on the mic, please. Okay.
No. Morality,
Lah.
morality, sila, keeping the
Okay.
5 precepts
Oh,
and chanting.
Sorry, also wrong again. Mr. Leong, which one you?
Also wrong.
Also,
Okay.
Dana.
Mr. Leong, which one you choose? 六度哪一个有提到 Western Pure Land?
Diligence, I think there's more or less the last one.
Yes. Okay, so class, this is a very good question. Why does the author put the Western and Eastern Pure Land in the diligence? Okay. So class, don't wait for the class. You can, after the class, you go through by yourself, okay? Get it, lah? Get the answer before you go to sleep tonight. Okay, your homework, yeah. No, be curious, you see, because your class, you see, once you go to the organization, basically the first thing they tell you, oh, you should try Ami Tofu. How come, if we study seriously in the class, you will put quite at the ending of the in the vehicle, then we talk about this. But when we go to the temple, the first word, the first sentence we listen is Ami Tofu. Well, I think you should be curious, right? Okay, so find out for yourself. Don't wait for the lesson. Okay, please don't wait for the lesson. Go to find out for yourself. Okay, you get the book already there. Why mention the diligence? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Leong want to say something? Okay, please.
yeah, because diligence is the effort and the drive under the 5 mental faculty, one of them.
No. You doesn't provide me the answer. Even I mean, it's not the real.
But the thing is, this diligence is what you call one or effort, right effort with the necessary drive under the 5 mental faculty to what you call to be emphasized.
No, Mr. Leong answer is wrong because this is Mahayana. They have their own way for explanation. All right. So please try to find out the answer for me before you go to before you get to the bed. Okay. All right. So
what will be the question like?
The question is, why does the Western Pure Land and Eastern Pure Land are under diligence but perfection? Why?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you have to reiterate.
Okay.
You are not able to guess it. Yeah, Elena, yes.
You see, because previous people are not really educated, so they want them to be more diligent in chanting the Amitofa.
No, wrong already.
Also no.
Well, it is very interesting for discussion. For any guessing, it is interesting. But anyway, you have to go through to find the real answer because it's very interesting for us. It's very important for you. Elena, are you sure you're still aiming for Western Pure Land at the present moment? Am I right, Elena?
I think so, because I'm not good in anything except the 6-word Amitofa.
So that's why you have to go through it, Elena. Why the author put in this way? Because the author is a great figure, you know. He's a great scholar. There must be something. There must be some reason behind for that. Okay. All right. So so that's why this is why we have to go through the sketch in the first place. But class compare the Chinese sketch and English version. This is a far more brief. It's over brief. For Mandarin, you know, this is so big, you know. Because this is this is the big part for the from the whole book. Okay, let me keep on progress. Okay, all right. So class, you have to find out the diligence pyramid. So the answer is begin here. Okay, then let's take a look at the stage of progress. All right. Okay, next, let me see first. Okay, then chapter 5 is a section 1, defining the greatness of this vehicle based on unexcelled practice. We go to part 3, praise of the fruition of the Buddhahood by means of the 3 body. So there will be Tamakaya, The body arising from the nature of the Dharma, the transformation body. Yes. Have you ever heard about that? Put up your hand. Tamakaya, transformation body. Nè, aya, Elena, 清净化身佛啊，圆满报身如舍那佛. Have you ever chant about that? Have you ever chant about? Yes, this is the meaning here. We are going to talk about all this 清净法身、圆满报身. So here, you see, okay, so meaning to say that, so after you go through this and you go back to the chanting, you will have a more how to say, more educated chanting. Sorry, I don't know how to put it now. Because meaning to say that previously, basically, we all chant blindly. We don't really understand. Oh, just all chant, we feel happy, and then we can donate some money to temple. But here, you will deeply understand it. I think it is essential. Because all the intelligent, finally, they will abandon Mahayana. If Mahayana always run things superficially. Am I right, Sally? Am I right? People will run away because everything is so superficial in Mahayana. Yeah, Elena?
Not really. In Fokangsan, actually, they are conducting a lot of classes in Mandarin, which I cannot participate because I can't understand.
Yeah. No. What I mean is, some did. I think Fokangsan, yes, they're the exception. But maybe most of the temple they don't really educate maybe sometimes.
I think they do, because even the Deng Bian in Jalan Ampang, the one Deng Bian, they are also conducting classes now.
If you compare 300 temples, maybe just a few, totally 300 temples, in the whole Mahayana, environment. Okay, so then we finished. We finished already. So class, the sketch is very brief. So now we go back to the page 203. Okay, the distinctive Dharma of the great vehicle. Are you here? Okay, you get it? Yeah, Mr. Leong, please flip to the page. Okay, you get it, Okay, yes. Okay, so Sally, you please read it out first, Sally. On the mic, yes.
The distinctive Dharma of the great vehicle. The distinctive Dharma of the great vehicle is based on the virtues common to the human heaven.
Sorry. Okay, no. Before we keep going, please take a look to the references first. Please browse through all the references and tell me which one sutra, which one Abhidhamma commentary are mostly applied for the author to write this section. Yeah. Please try to go through all. See which one is mostly applied. The references, yes. On the mic, Mr. Leong, yeah.
The Prashna Paramita Sutta.
Okay, yes, agree. Elena, Sally, is Prashna Paramita is mostly mentioned here?
To me, it's almost all was God.
No. I mean, just for this chapter, see how about the repetitiveness. Okay. Yes. Please go through all first. Just roughly go through all the references. We know how, what scope does the author. The mic on already, Mr. Leong?
Sifu, the other one is Mahavibhasa Sutta.
Mahavibhasa Sutra, all right, okay. Okay, agree. Elena, Sally, is Mahavibhasa mostly mentioned? Maybe we call it at the top 5 lah. Huh? Please try to find out the top 5 sutra or commentary which is always mentioned in this chapter, right? The top 5. Huh? Mahavibhasa. Huh? Hey, Mr. Leong, are you in the right section? Huh? What page are you, Sally, Elena?
Yes.
No, I think maybe you are on the wrong page. Elena, on the mic.
362.
362. Are you in the correct pages, Mr. Leong? 362? Correct?
I'm 205.
No, wrong already. Vipassana in the 3 vehicles as well. You are in the final chapter, so no wonder I know something wrong already. No Mahavibhasa. Mahavibhasa more on 3 vehicle, yes. Let's try to highlight how the top, maybe the top 3 with the sutra and the commentary.
大智度论.
Yes, that's
Yeah, that's the one, right? Agree, eh? Okay, so just highlight how, all right. Another 2.
Yeah. The other one is IB, ID. I don't know what is that.
Oh, no, IB mean refer the above. Please find out the real name, the exact name. That's the is totally correct, all right.
Samyutta Agama.
Samatha Agama, are you sure?
No.
No. Okay, what pages are?
You said 362?
Yeah, chapter 5. Chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
Correct. All right.
Okay. I please flip through all first, all the references. Roughly, you know which one occur frequently.
The platform sutta.
Platform Sutta. Platform Sutta. Where is it?
Tanjing.
Panchavi.
Tanjing.
Hanjing. Platform Sutta. Agree?
No.
Sally and Elena? No, huh?
Only one only.
One, not
A
enough.
few only. A few.
A few only. That's the Durun, yes, quite sure, huh?
Tanjing is the one.
Yeah, that's the Durun one, yes.
I think SS also got quite a lot.
What is it?
Sadamapundrarika Sutra.
Dharma flower. Dharma flower sutra.
Quite frequent. Okay, maybe it's under
Maybe
top
not that much.
Yeah. Dharma flower. Okay, so maybe top 3 or top 5. Please highlight. There's one more so important. Please try to find it out. I expect you are going to find out one more thing.
Samyutta Agama.
No, I don't think so. This is the Mahayana. Samatha Agama is all more on 3 vehicle, Mr. Leong.
Don't know lah.
Okay, just get 2 only, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let you know next lesson. We go and tick, then let you know next lesson.
Yeah, maybe. But it is good.
Easier.
Hey, preferably you have to pay your own effort, then you can remember better. I tell you everything, not that interesting already. All right, okay. Okay, yes, all right. So class, just now you have go through Ta Zi Turun, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, Dharma Flower Sutra is very reasonable for being. Okay, class, let's take a look. Ta Zi Turun. Hey class, can you please write down the Ta Zi Turun in English? The treatise on the great perfection of wisdom. Also add in the Sanskrit, Maha Prajna Paramito Patesa. Please write it down. These 2. Yeah, thumb up please once you finish. Okay, class, remember that just now you all, most of you most of you have chosen that the wisdom should be the most big area in the sixth pyramid. Let's take a look. This is the treatise on the great perfection of the wisdom. So meaning to say that most of the wisdom might be the references from this sastra. You get it? That's why I keep on mentioning because this is this sastra is was written by Nagarjuna. Okay, you know Nagarjuna? Nagarjuna is the big figure in the Mahayana Buddhism. All right, he is so famous for the Madhyamika. Okay, about the emptiness. He is so famous. All right, and according to the legend, he get the. He was very naughty, all right, and he play. He play with the how to say concubine, in the palace of the king. You see, so one day he realized that he shouldn't do so, all right. So he become a monk, and then according to the legend, he go to the dragon palace and have done a lot of study because there's a storage of the tremendous of the sutra and the sastra in the Naga palace. Do you believe that? Sally, do you believe that? I don't know. Yeah. According to the legend, so he after hardworking after the effort, okay, he put in the golden in the Naga in the dragon palace. He come back and then he become the great the great author and great scholar at that time being. All right. So this is about the Tatsuturun. So the gist are mostly about the wisdom. So class, basically when we talk about the wisdoms, we always mention is the Heart Sutra. Class, basically if you understand the Heart Sutra, the better you understand the Heart Sutra, the easier for you when you try to go through this wisdom path. So do you understand the Heart Sutra? Elena? Not really, never mind, we go through here, so there will be some wisdom here. And a class, basically, for Mahayana, for this chapter, we got one complicated part here, the most complicated and difficult thing, and the difficulty thing here. All right, okay, if let's say you really go through the courses like Surangama, okay, you heard about Surangama Sutra, right? Heart Sutra you have gone through, right? And one more is a mind only, or we call mind only school, yoga achara. If you really go through three of them, basically the philosophy behind them are different. Okay, are different. This is the most difficult part in this chapter. But basically, I think you all know Surangama, but maybe what make you more understand better is about the Surangama mantra only, but not the philosophy behind the Surangama. Basically, the philosophy behind the Surangama, they will tell her, because for these three different schools, they have their own way to tell you how they establish the rules of the karma and how to establish the rule for the karma for the retribution. And from here, they will tell you what is the way for enlightenment. So this is the philosophical part, and this is most difficult part in this chapter. Yes, okay. Never mind, we'll go through it. I will try my best to use a simple language to try to tell you. Okay. Then what else? Let me see first. Okay, once we go through this, to treat this on the great perfection, so we can try to search whether is there any English version or not. Yes, it is available. Class, the Greek profession, all right, we get it, and we get the dictionary too, you see. Let's take a look. Phổ Quang Pedia. Now let's take a look. Composed by one of the remarkable yet enigmatic figure of Buddhism, the legendary Nagarjuna. Please write down the name of the author, Nagarjuna. And it's all about the Madhyamika and the middle way. Okay, Madhyamika or the middle way. Let me see. I think it is not translated. This one is only the Phổ Quang Pedia only. It is not translated, I think. Let me check whether is there any translated or not. Prashna Paramita. Got a class total, the total pages number is 667. Okay, then you can try to go through it. Okay, if you're interested in it. So it is available. Then we got one more, is very important. The Dharma flower you all know already. Another one is not available. Class, can you try to find from me from the references? Is there any words about the Vipassana and with the 10, with the number 10? Okay, is there any references Vipassana and also with the 10 or not? And it is quite frequently occur in the references. Do you get it? Vipassana. And also with the number 10, something like that. 10 what Vipassana? It is available in the references.
Sifu, I don't think so.
Okay, you don't think so, all right? Okay, never mind. All right. Okay, so okay. So you agree with Sally Elena? Agree lah? You don't see that no such thing as the Vipassana or 10 something like that. Okay, never mind. All right. Because I found that the English version is not available for this. Actually, this is a quite popular and common mention in the Mandarin version. Because why? Because once we talk about the 6 pyramid, basically what author tried to refer is this sastra regarding the Vipassana. If the wisdom must be the great treatise of the wisdom. And if you talk about the 6 pyramid, mostly regarding is for this the Vipassana. Okay, never mind. All right. So next, we try to go through it again. So okay, I think it is enough. We can start here. So we got 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph. All right. So yes, Sally, your turn. Please read it aloud first.
The distinctive dharma of the great vehicle is based on the virtues common to the human, heaven, śrāvaka, and prayer Padatras Buddha.
Excuse me.
Yes. Hello.
Continue. Maybe he's talking to Mrs. Leong.
Vajaka Buddha vehicles and explains the causal deeds and resulting virtues of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The human vehicle and the divine vehicle are ultimately imperfect and cannot enable one to escape birth and death. The Stravaka vehicle and the Prajaka Buddha vehicle, true, faultless, and liberating, are biased in that they benefit only their own individual practitioners. These vehicles are all good, but they are imperfect. According to the Lotus Sutra, the only important reason for Tathagata to appear in this world was to enable sentient beings to realize the Buddha's knowledge and views. That is, to enable them to realize the Buddha's great Bodhi enlightenment. Therefore, only the great vehicle doctrine, resolving to attain Bodhi mind, practicing the Bodhisattva deed, and accomplishing Buddhahood is the real meaning of Buddha Dharma and the real purpose of Tathagata's teaching. The doctrine of becoming a Buddha is called the great vehicle in comparison to the small vehicle. It is superior to the small vehicle, broader than and therefore inclusive of it. Great in this sense refer to relative superiority or inclusiveness. But the superiority of great vehicle Dharma is such that nothing can be compared to it. Its inclusiveness is also vast and includes everything. So the meaning of the great vehicle really cannot really be expressed in terms of relativity of, of, of great and small. It is absolute.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, class. Okay, what we're going through just now, three paragraph. the one important key point is according to the Flower Sutra. The only mission for the Buddha for being appear in the world, they try to educate us that yes, you should become a Buddha. They try to educate us there is a Buddha, and you should be aiming for becoming the Buddha. Are you agree with this? Are you agree? What the lotus flower said that the purpose for the Buddha is only one only. Try to make us understand that there is a Buddha and try to motivate us so that we can become a Buddha and motivate us so that we aim for being Buddhahood. Agree, everybody? You and I agree. Say they agree. Mr. Leong?
Agree.
Yeah, agree also. Class, basically, some people will disagree. You know why? The reason why people disagree, especially for those in the Theravada, because in Theravada, most of the mindset is Buddhahood is not necessary. Sravaka is enough. Am I right, Mr. Lam? During you always mix with the Theravada monk. They say, oh, I want to become Arahat, or I want to become Nibbana. You seldom heard that they say, I want to become Buddhahood. Very seldom. But in Mahayana, yes, because meaning to say that we all influenced by the Dharma Flower Sutra. But the Dharma Flower Sutra is not available in Theravada. So for them, they are more influenced by the Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya. So they always talk about Arahan, 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 and never mention about the Buddha. Do you get it? Okay, so meaning to say that, class, this is the controversial issue. Okay, for Erdi, okay, you can aim either Arahan or Buddhahood, they will be fine. Even though you aim for the Arahan, you wouldn't be labeled as small vehicle. Shinayana, no, we don't. Okay, I mean, we do remark you sarcastically that you are the small vehicle. No, actually, it is quite holy also. It's not holy. It is holy, and it is not easy for being Arahan also. Get it, class? Okay, yeah, Mr. Lawrence.
Sifu, what's the difference between an Arahan and a Buddha? Because both of them also are Buddhas.
No. Actually, for Theravada, why Theravada? Most of the Theravada aim for Arahan rather than Buddha, because in the Theravada Sutra and the Sutra, the difference not very much. Maybe Buddha just a teacher only. Arahan is a student. For them, the difference is not very much. But in Mahayana, the difference is very big. The gap is so big. So that's why some they will feel that Arahat is very inferior. So I mean, so it makes them make a choice for being Buddhahood. Never mind, we'll go through this. I mean, the text will show us the difference between the Arahat and the Buddha. But for Theravada, the difference not much. One enlightened by himself, and Arahat must be teach. Arahat enlightened through hearing to the Dharma, listening to the Dharma. So they call themselves as a Sravaka. Get it? Okay, how? Okay, since the Dharma flower is so influential here, so let's try to go through a little bit Dharma flowers. Dharma Flower Sutra. Let's take a look. Dharma Flower Sutra. I call it as a wonderful Dharma. Okay, in Wikipedia. Yeah, let's take a look. Sattama Puntarika Sutra. Okay, let's try to go through briefly first before copying down. Let's take a look. Sutra on the White Lotus of the True Dharma is one of the most popular influential in Mahayana Sutra. Yes, okay, and then this is the meaning. And this is the point. The Lotus Sutra contains the final teaching of the Buddha, complete and sufficient for salvation. Okay, so this is so common and popular in our Mahayana Buddhism. Okay, so class, can you write down the Sanskrit Saddhamma Puntarika Sutra? So make it bigger for Mr. Leong, huh? Oh, it can't be bigger already. Okay, big enough, Mr. Leong. Okay, finish. All right. Okay, class. According to the Dharma Flower Sutra, it mentioned that once you attain Arahant, yeah, anything, Sally? Yes.
What is the difference between the Lotus Sutra and the Dharma Flower Sutra?
Oh, both are same.
It's the same.
Oh, it's
They
the
refer
same.
to the same thing.
Yeah, but they are same thing. Okay.
Why they got two names? So
I know the translation problem lah. Dharma flower and the lotus flower lah. Okay. Okay, class. According to the Dharma Flower Sutra, which is so influential in Mahayana, it mentioned that once you become Arahant, then you can transfer your vow for the Buddhahood. Have you ever heard about that? Elena, Sally? Once you attain Arahant, then you transfer your vow and you can try, you should go to further become the Buddhahood. Once you attain Arahant. Heard about that? Elena, yes, Sally, no. Okay, Mr. Leong, it is normal that once you attain Arahant, you can further for Buddhahood. It is normal from your common sense.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, class, if let's say you mentioned that after attaining of Arahant, you can proceed for Buddhahood. If you talk about that, mentioned it's Myanmar, okay, the Department of the Religions will send staff to catch you. They say you are spreading the rumors, fake news, you know. Okay, class, this is the problem, you know. In our tradition, we got two schools. One school is the Dharma Flower mentioned that after the attainment of the Buddhahood, after attainment of Arahant, you can proceed to the Buddhahood, meaning to say that Arahant just a stop on me. So you attain here, then you can further to Buddhahood, all right. But for Theravada, mostly Theravada, the perception is different. For them, okay, okay, so this is two-way. Okay, this is two-way. Okay, once you reach this, either become Arahant, either you become Buddha. That is the Theravada perception. So once you aim to become the Buddhahood, Arahant, there's no chances for you to go back to the Buddhahood anymore. There's no more chances. Theravada, this is their perception. It's not Theravada, it's from the, from the Theravada. I mean the ancient Theravada. So it is impossible for you. The perception is totally different, you know. One is, okay, you attain to the Arahant, then you proceed again to the Buddhahood here. But here, Arahant and the Buddhahood, you can choose either one only. So this is the problem. That's why in Myanmar, if you talk about this, you say you can proceed. They said this is really a wrong view. It's a deviant view. They will ask people to catch you and lock you up. Very serious. Yes, Sally, you want to have to try?
it would be like Malaysia's Islamic laws.
Same. For them, it's a very serious, you know. Okay.
Malaysian Islamic is the same one.
Yeah, but Islam, they don't know anything wrong with the Buddhism, right? They don't know what.
No, I mean for them, like for us it's two types. For them also another two types. What Islam also got two types.
Yeah. Here is a Sunni and the what? Shia.
Something like that. It's something like that, lah.
To catch the chair because of same. Okay. So have to be careful. Okay. So this is something very interesting here, lah. Okay. Mr. Leong, do you remember that there's never once you stay in the Theravada, you never heard about the statement that you attain Arahant, then you can proceed for Buddhahood. Never, am I right? In Theravada.
Never. That's what I was saying. That's why I was mentioning. That's why Arahant and the status of the Buddha is the same.
Yeah. That's why. Okay, so they will be a little bit different. So actually has something to do with the schism and the history. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is the school of the Buddhism. Remember that, okay? So after Buddha Parinibbana, okay, so we split to Mahasamgika and Stiwara. Okay, class, one is the Sarvastivadin, one is the Theravada. No matter Sarvastivadin and Theravada, both, both mention that if you attain Buddhahood, you won't, you can, if you aim for the Arahant, you cannot go start balik. No more go start, no more. Once you choose Arahant, there's no way to go start and become a Buddha anymore, no more. Okay, so that's the difference you must be able to tell. Okay, okay, so let's continue. Okay, okay, why do we mention about the distinctive dharma of the great vehicle? The reason is human, heaven, Sravaka, and Prachika Buddha, they are all not complete. They are not they are all imperfect. So that's why we have to choose the great vehicle. All right. Okay, well, for human and the heaven, they are still in reincarnation. For Sravaka and the Prachaka vehicle, they are more for self-liberation. Dharma flower will encourage everybody to become Buddha. This is their aim. Okay. Yeah, so according to Lotus Sutra, this is very important. It's very important statement in the Lotus Sutra. Okay. So once we try to see, okay, lotus flower, we have gone through, right? Yeah, you see translation into the Western language, you see. So class, if you are quite interested in this Dharma flower, you see, Eugene Bernard introduction. Oh goodness, this is what Nepalese Sanskrit, all right. Yeah, never my class, you can go to the CTTB, the translation. Okay, you just go to the CTTB. Master Shenhua, they have done the translation too, for the Lotus Sutra. Okay. Okay, so let me just keep on here. A great vehicle in comparison to the small vehicle. A class, basically small vehicle is a translation from the Hinayana. Class Hinayana, do you understand what does that mean? Hina? Do you know Hina? Yes, inferior. So no more calling them Hinayana. They might punch you. So just call them Theravada. Feel nice. Nice talking, nice hearing. Okay. And the group vehicle cannot really be expressed. All right. It is absolute. All right. So let's see. Okay, one more paragraph. Okay, Elena, your turn, please.
Sifu can finish the 2 paragraphs. Next page only 4 lines only.
Yeah. Just finish it. Yes.
In the phrase distinctive dharma of the great vehicle, the word distinctive also has 2 meanings. It refers to the dharma's absence from the human, heaven, Sravaka, and Prachika Buddha vehicles. It indicates that the mind and deeds of the Buddha and Bodhisattva constitute it, as is said in the Mahayana chapter of the Prajnaparamita Sutra. Because this vehicle includes all virtues, it is called a great vehicle. This is like birds flying as high as Mount Sumeru and having a gold color light of the mountain. This vehicle was the real purpose of the Tathagatas appearing in the world to teach the Dharma. Having now explained the Dharma common to the 5 vehicles and the 3 vehicles, it is now necessary to explain the distinctive doctrine of becoming a Buddha.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, so this paragraph, we try to define the distinctive. Why it is distinctive? First of all, because it includes many things. Second, Bodhisattva and all, it is unique for Bodhisattva and Buddha. And all this virtue and value, which they are all unavailable in the practical Buddha, Sravaka, heaven, and the human. So they call it as a distinctive. All right, it's very distinctive. Okay, so this is the class for today. So remember the homework. Find out for me why the Western Pure Land is in the diligence pyramid. Okay, if you fail to find it, please don't get to sleep tonight. Okay, so I see you.